like kids to the neck, and they see if they can kick the head off of the child. Yeah, brother. That's stuff that I have studied, and I heard that from brothers. This ain't nothing that's just been just coming out the air.
I know they used to like castrate us, man.
All that, man.
They used to do that too, but I'm telling you, that thing, a lot of people don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
You think the Most High is just gonna be like, you know, in the scriptures, if the Most High lying, let me ask you this. Say the one we brought out earlier, 35 and 30, number 35 and 31. So, blood defiled the land. You know what I'm saying? The blood cannot be cleansed thereof, except for by him that shed it.
Zechariah 1:12. Let's say further the affliction.
Further the affliction. Yeah.
And look, they call the so-called. Oh, get that Corinthians. Not first read that Titus, but you know what I'm talking about in Corinthians? Is there not any righteous among you?
Oh yeah.
And then they talk about they don't need to hear this. Man, you done lost your last mind. We're gonna teach you how to deal with your people, man, in righteousness. This will happen when a woman leaves you, man.
We have our own laws.
You become a child that's gonna be oppressive to your own people.
Look at all that shit he got on his vest, man.
Yeah, he ready for war.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the so-called women taking a hit list right now. Neighborhoods that he gonna
They
hit.
never come this quick, bro. Like if you was to call them like somewhere else, bro, they'll never come this quick.
Yeah. Especially heard a black woman on the phone. Okay, we got you. We're coming over there. We finna oppress the niggas is what they saying.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Titans 3.
Dude, they came really quick, bro. I'm like
That's surprising,
bro. I'm surprised.
Because you know
Some
what?
of them was already at that park over there.
They on standby.
They still over there.
We're gonna have to move around too, man.
Yeah.
Because we see what's about to happen, bro.
Yeah.
After they clear that up, they gonna come right over here. What y'all doing out here? Oh, it's supposed to be social distancing. Go ahead, turn around, let's see your ID.
Then I'll stand 6 feet away and I'm social distancing.
Nah, I mean, it says not
Titus
groups more than 10.
11.
It say not groups more than 10. So
Only Luke is with me. It's Timothy, my bad. How can you?
Hold on, Timothy what?
My bad. Titus 3:11.
Titus 3:11.
Okay, Titus 3.
Knowing that he that is such is subverted and sinneth, being condemned of himself.
That's right. Being subverted, condemned of itself. That's what this woman has done, bro. That's what that brother that followed her has done. That's what our people do, man. When they sit up here and contend with this word, the scriptures say whether he laughed or it says whether he laughed or let me get that. It's Isaiah. Well, yeah, that's what our people are doing.
How many gates are in the kingdom of heaven, you know? 12 gates. What do you think
12 gates, okay, yeah, 12.
And what's that 12 gates for?
12,000 each tribe.
Well, that's going into the 144. But the 12 gates are for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, 12
You know what I'm saying? Because you have the 144, which is inside of the 1/3. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you read Zechariah, where it tells you about the 1/3 versus the 2/3.
Yeah.
See, like you know, the sister can repent. So I'm not gonna sit here and say the sister is a 1/3. But she had a 1/3 spirit.
That's why I say. That's why I say they have 1/3 behavior.
Yeah, you have a 1/3 spirit.
This is Proverbs chapter 29 verse. This is Proverbs chapter 29 verse 9. If a wise man contend with a foolish man, whether he rage or he laugh, there is no rest.
Yeah.
And that's what it says in Micah chapter 2.
What is that? That's in Isaiah what?
I'm sorry, that's Proverbs 29 and 9. And it also says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It will destroy you even with a sword destruction. You know, that's why you hear a lot of our people saying, well, you need to go and get this, you know, you're gonna get this money, you're gonna be successful, this, that, and the other. Bro, the scripture tell you, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, right? So if that's the case, then why is we supposed to be coming together in brotherly love? We're supposed to be rich towards Yahweh, not for our own money that's gonna be, it's gonna be destroyed anyway. The Lord gonna tear it down, but you building with Esau.
I'm just still blown away that they was around here. She was around here talking about some damn white people casting out devils, man. They are the devil. How can they cast out? How can Satan cast out Satan?
Hey, then how can his kingdom stand? That's what That's what Christ said.
Like, not to say, brother, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you don't have a few genuine Edomites, because you do. You have a few genuine ones, no question. You pull up Israelite videos, you see some of them, they bow down, kiss the boot, because they feel bad for what their forefathers done for us and all that type of stuff. But a few genuine is not gonna get, Lord judges nations at the end of the day. He judges by the nation, right? It's never been, you know what, besides a few people like Rahab, you know what I'm saying? There's never been a time when the Most High was like, you know what, I'm gonna take 20 of y'all and I'm gonna go, no, he judged the whole nation. He judged the whole nation. So, It says it's what say pull that scripture. Unless the whole nation repents. The whole nation gotta repent. You know what I'm talking about?
No. What you doing, bro?
I was about to take this down.
No, you good, bro? Come on, just stand in order, man. Get done. We ain't about to move up.
Nah,
right
I'm
now.
just taking it down because it's just there.
So that's why we standing up here. It's supposed to be
Jeremiah 18 and 8.
which one? Oh, Jeremiah 18 and 8.
Yeah, that's what it is. See that, bro?
Against whom I have pronounced.
Yeah.
Turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them.
Exactly.
And if you go to the verse above that, it says, "I will scatter them as with the east wind before the enemy."
Yeah.
So
See that?
scattered.
And that's what you say. You already see that. You see brothers who are woke or brothers who have zeal. They say, "Man, we in China, we in this, and we in that. We were the Moors." You see these things, and then we still don't. We called ourselves everything under the sun, man, just to try to be a part. You know.
Didn't the Moors like sell us out over here? They was the same ones, man, that sold us out.
Hey, in Maccabees
Sold us
it talks
into-
about. In Maccabees it talks about. It talks about that. It talks about wicked men out of Israel, right? Going forth to make covenant with the enemy. But I'm getting at this real quick too. Y'all say the image of Christ. I was getting at this with the image of Christ. Hear this real quick, because the sisters over here darkening all type of counsel. I'm trying to get you understanding the
I
scripture.
couldn't even bring out the fact that we were the Greeks that Paul wrote to. I couldn't even bring that out. I was trying to prove that to you. The Greeks that Paul wrote to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to do. The moment you seen that apocrypha, what's that? You know, but you study, but you don't know. You haven't even looked up what a 1611 Bible is. Which is
That's the first one. Like
The first
before
translated King
the
James
first one,
version.
It's in English. It's in old.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got one of those in the house.
yeah. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
You good, bro?
It was my
This is
grandma's.
wisdom. Yeah. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 1. But thou, O God, art gracious and true, long-suffering, and in mercy, ordering all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power. So if we sin, we are his. So what we bring out, that what about black people, he killing each other, well, the scripture, he rebukes us. He chastises us. You're not proving anything. We're opening your mouth wide, talking about what a black man do this, what a black man do that. You right. And we rebuke them. That's why I said in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17, you shall in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So that's what we doing. We getting our people pulling them by the coat, say, hey man, you know, turn from that wickedness, turn back to the law, statutes, commandments, be separated from this system, stand in order. We telling them all these things. So it says, for if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power. We know thy power because of what? That's why we are in captivity. You just read it in Jeremiah chapter 18. You know, so we are in captivity. It says, but we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine, for to know thee is perfect righteousness. And people, that's why we brought out what? We brought out the way that he looked, the revelation of Christ, so that can further connect you with Christ. So many people say that's the white man's book. Well, if Christ is proven to be a black man, then how in the world can this be a white man's book?
It's not a white man's book.
Right. If Apostle Paul is proven to be a dark-skinned man, who they thought was an Egyptian, how dark he was. So that means what? I'm dark-skinned. And then look, I line up with these scriptures. I believe that I'm a child of the Most.
He was from Sicily. So.
Exactly. And they said, and then he also said that he was a Roman. He said, I'm a Roman. It said in the same scripture, I'm a Roman.
He grew up there, but he came back.
So when you
they
look
didn't recognize him.
right, and so when you look at that scripture where they said Timothy's father was a Greek,
Yeah,
so what do you connect that with?
exactly.
Now you connect it with the fact that Paul said that he was a Roman. So
Yeah.
Timothy
Benjamin,
know
he
who
probably
he
a Benjamin too.
exactly. Timothy know who he is. Man.
Yeah.
Greek
All right,
the Greek captivity, man. That's what I was trying to bring out to you. You know what I'm saying? That's in the apocrypha.
Right.
Hey, look, man, where do y'all go to church at, man?
We don't go to a building. What I was getting at with the church is the calling out. So we learn from brothers on the phone. We learn from brothers that teach on video on YouTube and stuff like that, and then we just read our scriptures and we come out here and we bring it to the people.
Hey, how do you have like communion?
Communion, and we do that with our family. We do that with your family.
So, talking about communion, like when they do the bread and the drink. So, So we keep what's called like the new moon, which is once a month. That's a feast day that we're supposed to keep. So you can either do it together as all, like you said, a bunch of Israelite brothers. Like if we were in a big camp, then we would all get together on the new moon to hold that feast day. You know, that's where they get the idea of communion from. It's really supposed to be the new moon. With the new moon, you're supposed to commemorate the new moon when it comes in. That initiates
like
a new
once a
month.
month. That's like once a
Exactly,
month.
initiates a new. That's why you have communion once a month.
Yeah, once a month.
You see what I'm saying? So we just commemorate the new moon mainly with our family. You know what I'm saying? It's a feast day. We celebrate. Be happy. You know what I'm saying? If we drink wine, drink a little wine. Things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Then you know, as far as the bread and that whole thing, that's supposed to be Passover, which we just celebrated. We're actually in the feast of unleavened bread right now.
Yeah, we still.
So the reason why we abstain from
So y'all separate like palm, like like
we don't do palm.
y'all do palm?
No, talking about like Palm Sunday or whatever. Like, no, we don't do Palm Sunday.
So no, that's more like a Catholic thing.
Yeah, we don't do that. We stick to the ordinances that we see in the law.
Right.
What our ancestors kept, not what the pastors tell us we're supposed to keep. Because there's a lot of things that pastors teach that's off doctrine as far as what Yahushua taught. Right? Yahushua, who was Christ, he kept the Passover, so we keep the Passover. Yahushua, he kept the feast of Maccabees. All those ordinances that we see that our forefathers kept. It's our heritage. That's what we've been
That's what
discontinued
you're
from.
supposed to do. You're supposed to turn.
Really like Easter Sunday. It's really like Passover.
That's what they named it.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm actually getting at right here. They did a lot of things to deceive us.
Yeah.
But the thing is this: the most important thing, have faith in the Most High God. Turn from this wickedness of this world. Turn back to your laws, statutes, commandments. Follow these laws to the best of your abilities, man. You know,
You already got the beard on your face.
which
You know what I'm saying?
I wish I had a beard like that. Nah,
Me too. I'm a little covetous of your beard.
But for real, man, like I grew this beard, bro. Like probably about a year ago, man, because man, my partner, man, he thought that he had cancer in his face, so he went to go have surgery, and it turned out to just be a cyst. But I told him, man, we kind of made him that pack, bro. That you know what I'm saying.
You're not supposed to be shaving your beard. That's why that stuff happened, man.
Yeah, so now you commit that work unto the Most High God.
Yeah, come on.
The scripture say you commit your works to the Lord.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
you got
Go
something?
ahead. No, yeah, I gotta finish this for him, but go ahead.
Well, I really wanted to show you. You know, I really wanted to show you. You familiar with the gospel? The actual gospel, not just the actual. No, the gospel. Yeah, I quoted the gospel in Luke, but it's actually in
Yeah,
Isaiah.
the gospel, yeah.
61.
It's actually Isaiah 61. Let me read this to you real quick, because it's an important thing. Because, like again, yourself and the sister have a problem with believing that it's about Israel. Well, let's read what the actual gospel is. We're supposed to be bringing to our people, right? Isaiah 61. The Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh, is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to the opening of the prisons to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance to our power, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, which is Israel, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that might be glorified. Verse 4.
See, that's why I told you the house of mourning is better. The Lord gave us that over it to be in mourning. He took all these things away from us when we said beautiful, okay? And the mother of Israel, we were good. Now we the daughter of Israel, having to be gathered together, having to deal with all this oppression. You know what I mean? That's why he gave us that mourning. Go ahead.
And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up from former desolations. They shall repair the waste cities, the desolate. So the part of the good thing is that we shall build the waste cities. So this is telling you, this is also going into heaven being here on earth, right? Then it says, shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations, and strangers. The word strangers mean what? Other nations outside of Israel. That's in the Strong's as well. So it says, and the strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens, that's talking about other nations as well, shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So that's clear.
Is that that's Isaiah 61 or
That's Isaiah 61 and 61. So when you see,
I got that one.
so when you go to Luke and you see Yahushua, who's Christ, quote that, he doesn't go all the way to 6, but he's paraphrasing. So he's still saying the same thing. He said he opened the book of Isaiah, which is the book of Isaiah, and he read this, and then he closed the book. You see what I'm saying? So Christ is saying the same thing. So that's clear as day. How can every other nation be doing what we're doing in the kingdom when it's clearly telling you that they shall be our plowmen? What is a plowman?
Somebody who tell slave. Yeah.
Exactly, and then it tells you shall eat their riches of the Gentiles. Other scriptures tell you they're gonna be bringing us their riches tenfold, just bringing it to us. Same way they stole all our rubies. Think about how rich King Solomon was, man. All the rubies and diamonds and all the things King Solomon had. Man, they got that locked up somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get all that back. Solomon had a throne made of solid gold, not silver. Gold lions. You know what I'm saying? Solid gold. Imagine how much that's worth. You know what I'm saying? All that got to be returned back into its rightful owners, man.
Let me give you the scriptures. These scriptures real quick.
It's crazy, bro. Like, they swear that they be on the run, bro. Like, all of this money, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, how people they just, like, strung up over all this money.
And that's James chapter 4, man. You know, it's talking about, hey,
Y'all don't know, bro. Like, I ride this bike and looks deceiving, bro. Dude, I got all kind of cars, dude. I got a bed. I got like a truck that I had in build. I got a brand new truck, bro. I parked at Greenspoint Mall. Just walk around my bike around here. Like, I got a big old house in Memorial.
and we don't
I
have
got a federal job.
but we
You know
don't.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't have nothing.
Let me tell you
And
this.
I got my own business on the side, bro. I'm just riding this bike.
But let me tell you, we don't have that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yet, we still out here bringing the word.
Yeah.
So
None
what
of
is
that
it?
matter, though. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
Bro. Like,
exactly.
People they sell like they brother over like $50.
That's James 4, brother.
That's James 4.
Yeah.
You lust, you have not. You killed.
Kill, yeah.